Do Arkdies much?
So, this episode, we are going to be trying to get ourselves in better shape. We really need to kill those mind flayers. If we kill those mind flayers, that opens the arena up. I took a little bit of a look, and it'll unlock a huge amount of stuff that we are going to want to get. So we really, really want to be able to get through the arena. The problem is, fucking mind flayers, man. So, what I'm going to be doing is, rather than continue fighting here in order to get just about no reward, what we're going to do is I'm going to go fight in some of these plot dungeons that haven't reached yet. So I'm going to basically go around doing some of these plot dungeons and getting the protect rings that you can pick up from the various places around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip... Actually, he's fine. Got a really weird setup right now. And I want to get the appropriate stuff equipped. What was it? Silver sword. He's got a silver sword already. Get the spiked shield. And give him the cleansing helm. Gonna give him the needled helm. And I could give him the thorned armor if I want, but that's not a good idea. And you can give him is titanium the best one. Okay, so we're set there. So now, basically the goal is just to get protection from mind flayers. I'm hoping that I can do that reasonably quickly, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to... Whoops. Well, that doesn't matter. I don't know what I was casting, but whatever it was, it's not going to happen. So we're generating 25 HP per round now. And that's a good amount of HP regen, but it's not enough to counteract people smacking you in the face with their sticks. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. So we're off to a good start. Getting ourselves horribly mutilated. Oh, what am I doing? There's no reason for me to still be here. Let's go. Done. Okay. So, now we fight a single skeleton. That's a much easier thing to deal with. Okay, so in terms of where I'm gonna go, the first place that I'm gonna pop over to is to, that's a good question. Where am I gonna go? I'm gonna go to, God, what's that place called? The other forest that has a name that's almost identical to this forest, I think. I think that's where I'm gonna go first. I was looking at the enemy list there, and the enemy list there looks like a bunch of things that I know how to fight. So... the question is whether the pixies are going to cause me problems, but I think I'll be fine. Basically, being able to handle the enemies that were in that sewer implies to me that I'll be able to handle the enemies that are in that place. And we'll see whether I'm correct. So, I'm going to see whether we have a full wrap world here. Or not. If we have a full wrap world, then that's cool. Makes moving around faster at any rate. It is kind of funny, the kinds of weird ideas people get when it comes to, like, round things. Like, the idea of heading west to head east and heading north to head south at the same time on the same map, it's a little odd. You can do it on a globe, but that's because a globe is three-dimensional. Well, no. There's a difference in the way that we interact with north and south versus east and west, actually. So when you're heading east or west, if you just keep heading the same direction, you'll always be heading east or west. They're sort of absolutes. So if I'm standing here and I'm moving this way, then I'll be heading east. The problem with north and south is that you actually eventually reach the point where you're no longer heading north or south. If you head far enough north, you stop heading north and you start heading south. There's this specific point in space where there is no choice but to head south. You can't move any direction other than south. And interestingly enough, at that space, at the same time, you also end up with you end up with a lack of distinction in terms of east and west as well, because where you're going, no matter which direction you face, you actually are heading due south, no matter which direction you go. So we just passed the Master Fisherman's... Yes, he has a tunnel, which is a type of fishing hut, commonly used by the Andals and the First Men. Okay, so we're gonna pop in... We're gonna eventually pop in here. We're gonna take a nap, and then we are going to hopefully be able to clear our way through this forest. We also needed the forest spirit something or other in order to make some item. So we can take advantage of that. Take a nap, right? Okay. So now we are ready. We're not ready. We need to sell the fish parts we've got. There's so much crap in my inventory. Okay. Anybody else getting close to 91? And again, I don't want to do the sell to 15 thing because I need a lot of these parts now. Some of these recipes are calling for, you know, not more than 15, but over 10 of them. And if they're calling for over 10 of them, then I can only make one item. If they're actually calling for over 8, I can only make one item, but... Okay. Let's kill the Medusa. Also, I need to equip... God damn it. Well... I can't cure that. So I guess I'm running back and taking another nap at the end. So, Sordrell's magic defense is so low that he's taking big hits even from that. I think I'm gonna have to give him the other thing soon. Okay, we need to... I can drop the nucleus ring, I think. I think he only needs 3 attacks now to do his job. And what did I need to give him? Ah. The preemptive one. There we go. So we got the nibble ring on him. So he should now be able to kill at the start of fights and at the start of every turn. Maybe not against all enemies, but against a lot of them. So that'll allow me to do things like take out the Medusas before they kill people. Boom, boom. Take a nap time now. Okay, so we can go ahead and save the game. I'm also going to find out, I don't actually know. This is a storyline dungeon, but I don't know if there's anything stopping me from completing it now. There may or may not be. So if I can just complete it now, then I will. And it looks like I'm slower than the kobolds, but I'm fast with redemption. And I am faster than the Medusas. Vron is stoned. I'm gonna keep going for now. What? I can't go in that dungeon. Well, that cuts me off from doing this strat. I think I might just have to bite the bullet and start progressing the plot, honestly. I'm not doing the Mind Flayers without Protect Rings. It's not hip and it's not cool to kill Mind Flayers without Protect Rings. So, with that being the case, I think I'm just going to progress the plot and try to make sure that I steal everything that I need from the bosses that I'm going to be coming up against. Need to take a nap so that we can get Ron back in action. Because I can't do... I can't do the Mystic Cave, because the Mystic Cave has Mind Flayers. I can't do this play, the Arena, because the Arena has Mind Flayers. And I don't think I can do any of the plot dungeons, because the plot dungeons are locked off. So, with that being the case, we are gonna just head to Riverdale. Alright, so we're just, yeah, we can just head due west and we'll hit this up. Goes this thing. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so out we go. Let's pop over to Riverdale. And we can start talking to people. This is... Guess I'll go into all the buildings. Treasure map 6 and 7. Okay, so we've got those. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. So, nothing terribly important being said there. The guys were referencing the 3 different ways to get in the building. Okay, so I was supposed to go... You were struck by another vision. The Force Tower has been vaporized. I owe it to my civilization to rebuild it, but first I must make sure these crystal shards are never reconstructed. Luckily, the airship was housed deep underground. I pray that it was not damaged by the explosion. It doesn't appear that the explosion reached this depth. The hull seems to be intact. I hope the engine hasn't been damaged. Excellent. Nothing is obviously damaged. Everything checks out. I'll have to hide the Ultima Shards very well. It would be catastrophic if someone were to recover them and reconstruct it only to repeat history. Helios powers up the airship and begins his journey to blah blah blah. We're going to dispersion. You could just warp back out. Why are you walking? You have an airship. You don't need to land it. Put down a ladder. The elevator of Babel. Quite an amazing contraption. I wish I was alive when Admedius had designed and built it. Monument that's fading into obscurity. It's a shame that the Veneer will never walk the halls of this place again. Took nearly a year, but I can now rest knowing the ultimate crystal shards are protected. Need to get back to the warmer climates, but first I need to store the airship in a safe place. The permanent sandstorm created by the old Veneer reactor should keep away unwanted intruders. Abandoned Veneer cargo bay. If you're going out to rebuild the tower, shouldn't you keep your airship with you? I mean, it seems like it would make your job a lot easier. You need base materials, things of that nature. Having an airship on hand seems just like common sense. But, you know, whatever you're gonna do. Okay, so we're just gonna pop up north here. There's a cave here. I wonder what's in this cave. I still don't know what's causing those voided spells to happen. Well, let's explore this deep cave. It exists, so it must be explored. That is a lot of spiders. Luckily, I am faster than the spiders now. I'm not faster than anything when I'm asleep, though. Luckily, they just woke up Sordrell and did not put him back to sleep. So, given that these things are putting Droll to sleep over and over, I'm thinking maybe I should go after the shamans first. Because the shamans are giving these other assholes just free pot shots, and that could go on indefinitely. Whereas as soon as they're dead, the turn numbers are fundamentally limited. So the question now just becomes, can I finish before I die of poison? Well, no. The question is, can Komanaten paralyze before I die of poison? And the answer is yes. So, with him back in the health, I'm going to purify. Purify. I'm thinking that maybe I should do... I don't need an Ogre Ring for this. Okay, everybody's now protected from poison, so I don't have to worry about damage, basically. So we got Mining Bombs, Flame Knife, Confusing Axe, Black Shield, and a quartet of Widowmakers sounds really nice when they can't actually hurt you. Okay. It's pretty loud. Someone driving outside. I've always found people who remove the mufflers off their cars really funny. Because it's like they want the car to be loud, but I think of loudness as being like a sign of exertion. And so when I hear a super loud car, I don't think, oh, there's a powerful engine. I think, how bad is that engine? Like, how badly constructed is it that moving that tiny-ass car around requires this much effort? Particularly for motorcycles. Ooh, there's a puzzle here. I like that. Okay, so... There's... Oh, never mind. Okay. So the goal is basically to get them here. Or there. That works. So... This thing can just be sent straight in. And I think that's probably what I'm supposed to do. As for these others, where is this one supposed to go? If I throw it left from there, that's not going to work, so... Okay, so this is going to work, I think. So, I don't think I'm forgetting any dependencies here. So, we're going to... do all of these. Mystic Robe. Help the boulders reach their goal. Okay, so that's done. Constant Robe, Feather Sword, and Lucid Armor. So we got some items. And we've got an ambush going here, so that's good. And I think we can just go back up this way. check if there's any items that I need. And I think that's everything. I'm not going to warp out because I don't want to waste the mana, but I think that's all that we need. Ouch. The pain. The pain. The agony. And we got 2 Griffin Talons, and we can keep on going. So it's good to know that those Griffin Talons are there, because I don't know... I haven't gotten a lot of Griffin Talons so far. And if I need them for something, it would be nice to... Oh, hi. So we're just going to use the grappling hook here. Okay, so the guards will aggro through the walls. Do I want to just kill the guards? So. Yes. Yes, I do. So, we've now... We've unlocked another set of these. I could conceivably reuse one of those. Go ahead and save those. This is gonna get confusing. I could just walk past the last one. Oh shit, I just created a block of 4. That was a mistake. I think I'm supposed to do these 2 first. Can I push this without? Yes. But there's no way that I'm going to get that out. So... I'm gonna go ahead and reset this. I think that I need to get access to the middle thing first. And the best way to do that is to do the top and the bottom here first. I think that's the ones that unlock. These things are exactly aligned with each other. One of the great things is that if you mistime it, it doesn't actually matter because you mistime it and then you just are making an attempt to push it into it and it doesn't do anything at all. Whoa. And there we go. That's what I needed. So, if I'm going to open this, I can't move any of these 3. If I move this up, then I block all those off. So if I were to do this, and then move both of these, then move this, then move both of these, no, I would want to put this down south twice? No, if I do that, then I don't have an entry into here. I feel like there should be a way to get all of these, but I'm not seeing it. And since I don't see a way to get all of them, I'm just gonna do 2 of these at a time. So if I push this in again, then yeah, I don't think there's a way to get all of them. So we have 2 more to do. Guess I don't need another one because I'm not using another one. I didn't time that one very well. I should have gotten hit by that. Oh, they all go away when I do that. That's cool. So we got a medium college. College. Got a medium college. Okay, finished up here. So this is easy enough to deal with. That's interesting. I think these guys respawn as soon as you leave their field of, like, their spawn location. I would think maybe they respawn when you leave the area, but that guy clearly just respawned. Wow, this has a lot of freaking things on it. I'm gonna try going here instead because I didn't see any pathway where I was. So I now need to go through the other way. So I need to take an alternative path. How do I get where I'm going? That's how, okay. That was a mistake. This doesn't go anywhere. Never mind. Gets us where we're going. Okay, so the next one is this circle. Triangle, X. And there we go. Dunbar. We can just teleport back to the entrance. Guard. Interesting. I mean, it is right in the name, but I wasn't expecting them to be quite so literal. Oof. Lucky Sir Drell. Okay, so now we can grab the items here. And I don't think we're going to find anything terribly interesting here. Luckily, the guy who's guarding is the one that we didn't attack, so we can easily just call through. And these guys, there's a very, very high chance of nothing happening, so it's nice because it means that Sir Drell can just keep accumulating resources. Steel mail, steel gauntlets. So we've got 93%. Okay, there's nothing else over there. Boop. 10 crits. Alright, so we can save the game. Move on. Go upstairs. And once again, this one's guarding. So it gives me a free turn to beat the crap out of the next one. That actually hit hard. Unfortunately, that's 3 fights worth. Of damage down the drain. Okay. So these are sergeants. These are going to be tougher. Their grenades are just as weak. The other one got a crit. That's why it hit for so much more than that. Okay. That was actually kind of funny. So we don't know how hard these hit yet. I'm sure we'll find out. Ding. Okay, so can start pumping Sordrell up again. Let's see. So wizard shoes. Okay, so pretty sure we're gonna want the nucleus ring. It's like looking away. So we got a nice 4-hit combo guaranteed now. I do think that once you reach the point of a 4-hit, you should probably invest some more in attack power. We'll see. God damn it. Or maybe invest slightly into his survivability. You know, as just a thought. Not gonna do it, but it's something I could do if I wanted to build my character slightly more sensibly. So these guys have very low HP. These are very weak enemies. Okay, that guy is not relevant. Oh, that guy saw me from a mile away. He must have aggroed from through the wall on one of the other pathways. That unfortunately means that he's gonna respawn and I'll have to deal with him again. Chop, 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 chop. On the plus side, we're also getting a lot of money. But on the downside... So what's in here? Oh, there's another puzzle here. Okay, so... Can I? Okay, I can actually just walk on these again. So that's good. That was dumb of me. Oops, I accidentally walked over here. Oops, I'm an idiot. Oh. So here's the question. The answer is yes, they were trolling you. You have to actually walk off of it in order to do it. Because when you're walking on that, mathematically, there's only a certain number of steps that you're taking. So you can't have only one left if you have the correct number of steps total. It doesn't make any sense. So you have to actually get the thing that you're converting over to the entrance so that you can get Alright, so we finished these off. So we kill this feller. Kill these fellers. Damn crits. Save the game. Walk. Well, I guess we're going through him. Rebel scum! You dare defy the Empire! Blah, blah, blah. No thunder. Okay, well, I don't think he's gonna... I should check whether he has anything to steal. I've tried to steal from him. I should check whether he has anything to steal. Use a healing trance. Guard with all these people. And use a healing steal. Because this is a main story boss. Give me a second. I'm just checking the boss to see if he has anything. He does. Okay, so I'm glad that I put a stop to my massacre. And we shouldn't have too much difficulty stealing it, I don't think, because, I mean, we've got the 150... No. Stop failing. I only have so much mana, so... I guess I could... Oh, that's not good. Oh, good, run. Snapped out of it. Good either. So, I don't know how my stats compare to his. But I think that I should probably be able to get it. Oh, I haven't sidestepped on Sword Drill, I should do that. So, stole his Warp Stone. everyone's paralyzed except the person who matters. There we go. So we took his titanium armor, and now we're ready to hamstring him, and we can go for the throat. Okay, so... And by go for the throat, I mean do no damage at all, because the only person who's around is trivial in terms of damage, but that's fine. Poke, poke. Oh good, that wakes up Kamanaten. As you can see, Kamanaten attacked even though I couldn't input a command for him because he was asleep at the start of the turn and then got woken up. But now, interestingly enough, that bug does not happen that way if you get put to sleep during the turn and then after you get put to sleep you wake up again, because the act of putting you to sleep cancels your action. So because the action is never canceled, it's just put into the queue. Now normally when you're asleep you can't act on the fact that you have that action in your queue. It just skips your turn. But now you know. Okay, so you're all here because you want to join the most elite fighting force in the world. Most of you won't have what it takes. You'll be tested within an inch of your lives with the most challenging and exhausting training designed to create Alexandrian soldiers. What's your name, boy? Jacob, sir! Back in line, son. And you? That's you, sir. You're too old. Get out of here. How about you, lad? Gabriel, sir. And why do you want to join the Alexandrian military? To protect and expand the Alexandrian Empire, sir. Very good, son. You'll get your chance. Congratulations. You've successfully completed boot camp and earned the right to call yourselves Alexandrian soldiers. You'll soon join the general infantry and see combat. Kingdom of Acunia shall soon fall under our control. Their failure to honor the promised marriage of the crown prince to the king's daughter was an affront that cannot go unpunished. Prepare for battle! Attack! Wow, Alexandrian soldiers suck. There were like 4 guys. Well done, men. The Acunians had few men, but those were their best. The war will soon be over. Prepare to march on Alexandria. March! Gabriel Thanatos, please come forward. You've been promoted to the rank of Sergeant. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Home sweet home. It's like Radix had too much to drink. Hey, Gabriel. Philip's been looking for you. I'd like to see him too. Tell him... Seneca, how you doing? Not so bad. Philip has run me ragged the last few weeks. He still expects the same productivity despite you joining the military. He's a harsh taskmaster, but he does manage to feed everyone. Anyway, I'm exhausted. My bed's calling me. Get some rest. Time to sleep for a week, okay. Gabriel, you're slumming for it? I thought you would move above ground with all the money you've earned in the military. That type of life doesn't suit me. Everyone I know lives down here anyway. Things have been quite tough since you left. Nobody made it look quite as easy as you did. Well, you'll be happy to hear that I'm having second thoughts about the military. Really? Why the hell would you do that? It's all the death. Nearly half my company was slaughtered in our last battle. The generals don't give a damn about infantry. They just throw new recruits into the meat grinder, and as long as we win, they're happy. Those bastards have never cared about us. Most of the soldiers come from the Undercity, and you're one of the rare exceptions that lives long enough to have the chance to move above ground. I'd prefer to get into a safer line of work. I'm not ready to die. But maybe if I can move my way up, I can change the system. We wouldn't recruit only from the Undercity anymore, and the body count would actually matter. I can't tell you what to do, lad. I'd love to have you back picking pockets, but you have to decide how to live your life. generally just throw more bodies at the problem is not a sustainable empire solution. Like, all of the major empires that there ever were able to succeed because of doing the exact opposite strategy, of not throwing bodies at the solution, just developing technologies that prevented their people from getting hit in the first place. That's sort of like the primary means of winning a war, is my soldiers can kill your soldiers, and your soldiers can't kill my soldiers, so we can kill you and then not have any casualties, and thus can continue on to the next conquest. If you have a bunch of bloody battles, then if your empire started out really big, I mean, sure, you can, it technically will work, but it's not like a good, it's not an effective strategy for empire building. The best way to build an empire is to make it so that nobody can hurt your soldiers. Whether it's because you've developed advanced shield and battle tactics, or it's because you use longbows, or it's because you have guns and they have sticks. Like, all of the big empires were generated by technological differences rather than just throwing bodies at the problem until you saw what happened. I guess that's not entirely true. But no, I think that, yeah, it really is true to a large degree. Like, Imperial China had way better technology than their neighbors. So... Okay, so I think I'm going to actually end here for now, because my wife's on her way home, and I'm going to prep up for that stuff. So next time, we will probably continue with the main plot, would be my guess, so that I can get to the point where I can get those protect rings. So that's going to be it for now. Thank you everyone for watching. It has been a pleasure to do this short little stream for you tonight, and I hope to see you again.